a lot of comic book stuff, of course, tonight. But there's one thing that's continuing to get on people's minds, and that is The Boys. And The Boys has been big numbers for this next season. There's one season left. The big finale is coming. But we have a spinoff already happening with Gen V. There's another spinoff coming on top of that. And now a new, that Mexico, The Boys of Mexico is happening, but a new one on top of that is happening too. And that I got to talk about. So everybody, now it's time for us to get into it. Come on. Let's get into it. Is this good? Is this bad? What should happen? Vought Rising is coming. That's right. Jensen Ackles is coming back to be Soldier Boy. That's right. We're getting a prequel series to The Boys moving forward with Soldier Boy and Stormfront. Now, this is interesting too because Stormfront was, oh my God, she's good. She did a great job. I think she did a great job in The Boys. Fucking hated her, but she did a great job. See, but if you hate her that much, you know that person's doing a great job. Just like Homelander, Anthony Starr, I fucking hate him as Homelander, but I fucking love him. When he sucks on that nipple of milk, I love it. It's great. You know, that's all I'm saying. It's good for him.
Specifically? Okay. All right.
That's one point. You know what I mean? But now they're saying this coming forward, of course, the prequel series, a twisted murder mystery about the origins of Vought in the 1950s, early exploits of Soldier Boy, and the diabolical maneuvers of this soup known to fans as Stormfront. That's what they said coming forward as they announced this at Comic-Con. And of course, she's going to start off as Claire Vought, and then she'll eventually become Stormfront in this. I guess they were married too. I did not realize this. I guess maybe I missed this when I was watching The Boys, but they're going to dive into that universe too of them being married before everything goes to fucking shitstorm. But Soldier Boy was such a big part last year.
Goes the shitstorm. Nice.
I didn't realize I did that shit. I loved when Soldier Boy came on. He's kind of a little bitch, I know, but he's a great little bitch. Like, he's America's bitch. And I think that what they brought, of course, Jensen brought this. I think he's a great job what he did. He made him feel something that I guess the comics didn't really bring. The graphic novels didn't bring. Spencer knows this very well. So I'm going to diverge to him.
Completely different character.
We're gonna go. I imagine both you and Sean, Spencer and Sean know a lot about this world. So I'm going to diverge to the comic book people here. So I'm going to go with Spencer first. And Spencer, you hear about this? I know. I'm excited. I think this is a great idea. You're going back and finding out the first team. We're going back to the World War time. We're going back in history. I think it's a great idea. We saw most of these characters as older characters, kind of like in Watchmen. But we're going to go back and see them in their prime. I think it's a great idea if we're going to make a show. What do you think, Spencer? Can they make this great? And are you happy about what they've done with, of course, they don't with all the original cast right now? And will that transition into a new prequel series for you?
I will watch The Boys forever. It's fantastic. All the spin-offs are going to be great as long as it stays within the same kind of like theme and ballpark, which I think it will. Kripke is fantastic. I mean, I also think this is kind of just like
the girls.
I think this is him kind of bringing over Jared Padalecki. I think Jared Padalecki is going to be in this, and they're going to do. I don't know. I really hope they make a Marathon Man and a Flash, and then just kind of bring those characters back. Also, it's not in the comics, but Jensen Ackles drops in the show for a minute that Stormfront and him created Herogasm.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be, which is not what happens in the comic, but it's going to be a great moment, obviously, it's going to be in this show. And I think it's going to be just way more balls to the walls, I don't know, 50s, 60s, 70s, fucking sucking. Sorry, don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I did.
You can say whatever you want. It's cruise control, man.
They're sucking.
Hey, great job.
It's Wednesday. Come on.
It's hump day.
On the note of Soldier Boy, yeah, he's a total bitch in the comics. And
he pisses pants all the time like this?
Just funny. Oh, yeah, he's pissing his pants.
It's worse.
Killed, and they try to bring him back, and he's just like a fucking husk of a human. He's nothing. He is just so nothing in the comics. He's a joke. And honestly, like a sex doll for Homelander at some point. You know what I mean? But yeah, Jensen Ackles totally redoes it, makes him this, ridiculous, overly machismo American, 60s male or whatever. I love the way he does it, but I think the show's ability to take the source material and rewrite it in a still just as equally of a fun dynamic, and it's provocative, and then they just keep little aspects too that the comic book readers are like, oh, okay, awesome, this is so intelligent,
Yeah.
So
we're doing this now. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So to take it over to you, Sean.
You guys should battle it out. You should really battle it out right now, I think. But Sean, are you excited like Spencer is? This is cruise control. I need to make like a duel thing. I'll make a duel segment here. It's time for a duel.
I'd prefer you didn't.
We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Michael, help me with some AI music.
I agree. I'm very excited for this. I think this is going to be great. 1950s is right in that later era of the golden age of comics, beginning of the silver age comics. A lot of good stuff there. Things were a little more goofy. Superman couldn't fly back then. There's a lot of leaping.
What? He wasn't flying?
Yeah.
I guess he was
able to leap
able to leap.
Single bound.
You got it. Yeah. What I appreciate with The Boys, and we've talked about this before, is The Boys comics was a reflection of modern comics at that time that it came out. The Boys, as a television show on Amazon, obviously, is a reflection of the Snyderverse, the MCU, modern superhero movies. And taking that and adapting it into that, of course, you're going to take a character like Soldier Boy. He was pretty much a sex doll. It was pretty Spencer's gross.
Like, yep.
How he was misused and abused. Yeah, because it was like, he'd have sex with Homelander, and then Homelander would be like, "Get the fuck away from me! You're disgusting." And
that really happened.
Oh my god! Oh yeah. This is
so funny.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were fucking with us, Spencer. You really did not.
No, he's not his dad. To be fair, he's not his dad in the comics.
What?
So we don't even have that angle. We don't have to mention that word. But
what the fuck? You're blowing my mind.
Jensen Ackles, Soldier Boy. Of course, you're evoking the Captain America first Avenger.
Would you fuck me?
Right?
I'll fuck
like
you.
all that propaganda film that started off. And how that Marvel movie worked, like Jensen Ackles has taken that, and even I think today, or maybe even like in the last 2 days or something, the Vought channel on YouTube even released a found footage little promo that Soldier Boy did, and they've done such a good job, I would say.
I love their viral marketing.
Yeah, no, they've done fantastic at building out and oh my god, the Deep and his audiobooks and his all that shit is wonderful. and they built The Boys into such just like every facet of where they could have taken this kind of story and thrown it against the corporate, America's problems with corporations and, greed and, superhero worship and messiah complexes and all that shit. And they've just masterfully done it. And I'm actually pretty happy. And I'm fine that it's ending next season. I'm totally not upset about that. No sarcasm there, because they're going to go out the way they want to. And again, when you're announcing things like The Boys Mexico and Vought Rise and Gen V, we don't know where season 2 is going to take. There's so much. This is the new Walking Dead. I mean, when you think about it,
calm down. Calm down. Don't say that.
Dare.
But it's a chance to do Walking Dead right. Okay, and maybe it's not 12 seasons where you lose Rick, you lose Michonne, whatever.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of death in next season. There's going to be a lot to like there, and I think there's still, again, you created a great universe. There's stories. We don't know how they do taxes in The Boys.
Don't know.
There's that's a running thing, Spencer. I
the
really
Boys do taxes.
I gotta get some shtick going like
that. Who do they use? Who do they use? They have a corporation, right? Or they have a group?
I don't know. But there's
who knows?
And even how they've done Paul Reiser's character on the Boys, and what he was in the comic books, that character was still they've planted so many seeds. This can go on for as long as they want it to, and as long as the quality, I hope, and the audience is willing to pay attention to it. But for now, they're feeding us these little dips and drips with viral marketing stuff, and
I love it.
Posts, and you're allowed to speculate, and new audiences are finding the work and being like, "What the fuck is this? Tech Knight is having sex with an asteroid? What are we watching here? What are we reading here?
What's happening?"
Go read the book, kids. But yeah, there's a lot to love here. Very excited for The Boys prequel.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. I think this makes the most sense in this universe is go back and find out about this first team.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they announced it, and you already have Jensen attached. So you already have him. You've established a character. They also say he's coming back for the next season as a bigger part. He wasn't in this last season. Well, he did a little part, little piece this last season, little teaser,
little post credit scene.
But they acted like we didn't know he was still alive. We knew he was still alive, but I guess it was Homelander finding it out. Which is a big thing. Don't forget he is still here. Which I love. They do that before episodes. They'll show you people that you haven't seen in a long time just to tease and remember this character's in the show still. I love when they do that shit. Mike, what do you think? We're going back in time. The Boys already has the Boys, original OG Boys. We got OG Boys. We got Young Gen Boys. Now we got Mexico Boys coming, and now we got now we got Old Boys coming. Do you think the Old Boys production will be the best, or do you think this is not the route to go for the Boys moving forward?
This is an IP explosion. We've been asking for fresh IP from 0.6 seconds after the very beginning of Cruise Control. That's the thing. We got a couple
episodes later.
A couple of new people in the chat. We're guys, quit beating the same ass IP into the ground. Could you please expand some existing IP? And we had well, we said we want fresh IP, but the Boys is the newest IP since the dawn of Cruise Control that has really kind of tried to expand. So in the guise of that expansion, let me police you and Sean for a second. Sean, I believe that Superman learned to fly during the golden age of comics. I believe he'd been during the silver age. He'd been flying for around a decade.
I said in the late golden age, right before. It's fine. All right, that's fine. Fuck. Okay. Take my badge.
I'll take my police baton off of your skull for a moment and focus in on Brian, who said a moment ago, and you guys can look back in the YouTube, algorithm thing. He said, what was this? He said, I really like Soldier Boy. I really relate to him as a character. He's totally America's bitch. And I was like, I gotta isolate this.
I'm kind of America's bitch enough. I'm hosting a show on YouTube, so I'm kind of America's bitch. That's all I'm saying. I'm kind of America's bitch now.
It makes sense that you would relate. This is your choice. You said, okay, I've always wanted to be America's bitch.
And so here I am hosting a YouTube show.
We all
and that's what it goes. Yeah. But I wish I had superpowers like him. At least I'd be better later. That'd be fucking great. I'd love to fucking be able to blast shit on my chest. That'd be awesome. But I can't blast shit on my chest, unfortunately. Maybe one day, but not today. Today is not that day. It would be
helpful on a Wednesday. You could be blasting things out of everywhere.
Blasting shit on my John and I went on to explain who the character really was.
And that blew my mind. That's not me. That's not me.
You're gonna want to walk that back. You're gonna want to.
I am not that guy. I am not that guy. I'm not.
I was wondering a little bit. I was like,
Homeland apparently is getting in there.
This show is in terms of middle of the road pop culture, sexual assault is pretty it's present in the Boys. So it's not surprising to me at all that it maybe is slightly even more prevalent in the comics.
I'm not shocked by this news, but I am surprised. I just didn't know that that's what Soldier Boy was. I thought that Soldier Boy was still a little bit more like Mr. America, but not
he's Mr.
America's bitch. Yes, I did not. I had no idea. But this is going to be great. I think it's a great idea. What Amazon has done with the actual character, I think, is fantastic. And diving into Stormfront, who again caused a shitstorm in the last season, and she was fantastic.
Who's also
great actor.
Very different in the comics. As a male,
completely different in the comics.
Was it a male? Was it male?
Oh yeah.
So they weren't married. It's just a lie. They weren't married in the comics. This is a new thing. I thought they were married in the comics. So this is a new thing. They're twisting it up. So in this, they're married. Wow.
Reinventing thing. They're taking things. It's still the ethos of Boys, throughout it.
I know, Peppy. No, continue.
Sean, Peppy. I wanted to respond to something that Sean said.
Tell me more.
Why are we taking notes?
One more. I would take it back to that.
Kruse? Are we in court?
Is it the pen? Is this what gave it away? Because I forget things.
I'm so different.
There's too many things to remember.
What is it? What did I fuck up now?
I'm
crazy.
This is not a criticism. This is a comment, Sean. The comment is that yeah, the production team behind The Boys is like really kind of expanding out into a lot of areas. I like the animated series, like the Baby's Day Out short. Like that stuff was super funny and interesting, and I enjoyed it. And I'm just wondering if this is because I mean I know Seth Rogen was very involved in the production of this series. If because we have people that are on the executive end of this series that are you could say true believers, people that love it or are interested in it for the art, are they not necessarily like as interested in the like just recycling the cash into the thing, but they see the utility in like exploring it in a bunch of ways, like see what if we actually give back to the community, if we give back to the community what we love about this, like if that actually helps the project even in a capitalistic kind of way.
I'm glad that you brought up the Seth Rogen of it all, because what he's done with Preacher and what he's done with Invincible and what he's done here, like, yes, like there are definitely times where it's like a more faithful adaptation makes sense for the medium, like Invincible. Preacher was a little bit picks and choose. He definitely hit and was faithful to a lot of like the larger characters. Yeah, but I still enjoyed it. I understood what they were doing, but like, yeah, you have a guy that like recognizes the creative value of these original pieces of art, these stories, and kind of helping them through, making them digestible, I guess, to a Hollywood audience, someone that's used to that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think that's very fair. I think there's a lot of credence and a lot of respect given to people that are very, more out there with their nerdery or their, being a geek about something and being like, it's cool to like something again. Used to have to
give them the power. We get good media. We get good culture. We get good. People have good feelings after that. It's a good thing for everyone. It makes me irritated that nerds don't have the power all the time.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.